This story takes place in Darjeeling, where Feluda, who's a private detective, and Topshe, his cousin, are holidaying. On the evening, while sitting in the mall, Topshe accidentally overhears Rajan Babu, an amiable old man living peaceful in Darjeeling, telling Tinkori Babu, his tenant, about the threatening letter that he had received by the post.
I think it may need an investigation if the editor Janit Babu saying about a threatening letter he received by post. I think it may need an investigation.
Feluda and Topshe decided to visit Rajan Babu. Rajan Babu's house had a lovely old charm. Cane furniture and strange remarks were there in the living room, and Rajan Babu had recently developed an interest in antiques and curios and also started collecting them. Feluda talking to Rajan Babu.
I heard that you got a threatening letter. I want to help you to find out who had sent the threatening letter as you had once helped my father.
Rajan Babu willingly accepted Feluda's offer. He was just about to take the letter when Tinkori Babu joined.
Hello, my name is Tinkori. I'm Rajan Babu's tenant. First, I did hesitate to move in this house as I have special weakness for cheroots. When Rajan Babu said that he did not mind the smell of cheroots, then only I accepted the offer.
Rajan Babu, can you please give that letter to me? Thank you. Be prepared to pay for your sins. It is not handwritten. The words, be prepared to pay for your sins, had been cut out from newspaper and pasted in the letter.
It was posted in Darjeeling, but unfortunately, I threw the envelope.
Do you suspect anyone? Does anyone visit you regularly?
No, I can't recall harming anyone ever and not got many visitors. Dr. Funi Mitra comes occasionally, but comes only when I am ill. And Mr. Abhimohan Ghoshal has recently started visiting me.
Oh dear Rajan Babu, can I see the bell that you had bought? I really want to see the authenticity of that antique bell.
Rajan Babu, I think you should stay home for next few days. Whose photos are these on this mantelpiece?
The first photograph is of my wife, second photograph is me as a child, and the third photograph is of my son Prabir.
Feluda and Topshe met Tinkori Babu in a coffee shop next day.
I think Ghoshal is a crook. He pretends to be interested in art and antiques, but I think he wants to buy them all at a cheap price and sell them at a high rate for foreigners.
Then Mr. Ghoshal might have a motive in sending the letter to Rajan Babu.
I and Feluda learned during our visit to Gyaro shop today that the shop is going to get some fresh supplies this evening.
Yeah, I have also seen that. A letter like this would frighten Rajan Babu into staying for a few days and give time to buy all the new pieces.
Yeah, exactly. This may be the reason to send a letter to Rajan Babu.
What about Prapar? Why he did not do not stay with Rajan Babu?
There's a story behind it. 16 years ago, Rajan Babu asked Prabir to leave the house as he caught him stealing money from his cupboard, since he has not seen in Darjeeling.
But we have seen Prabir at the mall that morning.
Oh, then he can send a letter.
Yeah, he could send a letter to take revenge.
After they left, Feluda did his further investigation, and then Feluda, Topshe, and Tinkori Babu met at the coffee shop in the evening.
I visited Dr. Mitra. He seems to be in need of money, so he might also have the motive to send the letter as he is not in good practice, and a letter like this would make Rajan Babu ill, which would require him to go to Dr. Mitra.
The case has date where there are three suspects, but no culprit here.
Few days later, Topshe and Feluda received a message of Rajan Babu that he wanted to see them urgently. They went to Rajan Babu's house. He was lying on a bed looking pale, while Dr. Mitra was examining him. Tinkori Babu was standing nearby and looked worried.
Last night, after midnight, I woke up suddenly and there was this face, a masked face, It bent over me. It was horrible. I can't tell you how I spent the night.
Take it easy, Rajan Babu. It's all fine now. You should take rest instead, and if you worry more and think about it, you will get more scared of it.
Dr. Mitra, did you go out last night? Your jacket got a little mud on it.
Yes, I went to see a patient, though it was raining.
Dr. Mitra left. Feluda asked Rajan Babu,
What did the mask look like?
It was like one of those masks on the wall.
Tinkuri Babu comes in after seeing off the doctor.
I'm sorry, I have to go to Calcutta today. I tried to change the tickets, but there are no seats available for next 10 days. And also I'll inform police as I think Rajan Babu needs protection.
Topshe and Feluda realized that Rajan Babu would be alone at night, so they decided to stay that night at Rajan Babu's house. While they were relaxing after dinner,
I did some investigation in the afternoon. Both Prabir and Goshal were at a party from 9 to 3 am, and Dr. Mitra was really visiting a critical patient till late last night.
The masked man comes soon after midnight, didn't he?
Yes, I was also thinking about that.
Well then, who does that leave us with?
Feluda didn't answer and went abruptly. Topshe laid on the bed and felt sleepy. He suddenly sensed that there is someone else in the room and he could feel someone leaning over him. He was wearing a mask. When Topshe was about to scream, the person pulled his mask and it was Feluda.
I was trying the mask in the living room. Why don't you wear this mask for a second?
Okay.
Can you sense something unusual?
No, it's large size for me.
Isn't there anything that might feel odd?
Well, there is a faint smell chariot, I think.
Exactly. It is of Chirut.
Tinguri Babu, but why did he done this?
Yes, I am afraid so. But he seemed to respect Rajan Babu a lot.
When Rajan Babu was told about this in the morning, he was shocked. As they were talking, Rajan Babu received a letter and he opened it with a trembling hands.
Dear Raju, we used to study in the same school in Pankura 50 years ago. You had tripped me in that 100-meter race on our sports day. Not only did I miss the medal in that race, but I was also seriously injured. Unfortunately, my father got transferred to a different town soon after, and I never got a chance to settle the score with you. So, you never realized how deeply you had hurt me, both physically and mentally. I didn't realize that you were the same boy till I came to stay in your house and saw your childhood photograph. The desire for revenge resurfaced. I thought of doing something that would cause you anxiety and ruin your peace of mind for a short time. This was my way of punishing you for your past misdeed. With good wishes, yours sincerely, Tinu. That is Tinkuri Mukhopadhyay.